So a few months ago, we took a look at this rocket stove from the folks at Minuteman Provisions, which fits in an ammo can, which is pretty cool and pretty compact, but it is a little smaller than the one we're going to look at today, which is the K stove from the folks at Minuteman Provisions. And as you can see, it is a much larger, much beastlier stove, and we're going to talk about that, take a look at it, see how well this thing performs, coming up next here on Survival on Purpose. Welcome back to Survival on Purpose, your home for trustworthy information and gear reviews related to camping, survival, and general preparedness for regular folks. My name's Brian. Thanks for joining me. So, as I said, a few months ago, we took a look at this Minuteman ammo can rocket stove, which is, I gotta admit, is pretty cool. It kind of fits in a ammo can, put it all together. Very nice and very compact, easy to store, easy to stay clean with it, but it is a little smaller. So the folks at Minuteman Provision were kind enough to send me one of their K stoves, which is this one here, and it is a much bigger, much more robust stove that allows you to get more fire, and you know I like more fire. So anyway, let's get a little close up here. We'll talk about the specs, and then we're going to do a little kind of a practical real-world testing. Okay, we will get to the fire stuff in just a minute, but first I want to give a big shout out to this video sponsor, the folks at Groove Life. Groove Life is a Tennessee company filled with some really cool people who like adventure and outdoor stuff, and they've got some really cool products. So I'm going to show you a couple of those real quick. So, you know I like silicone rings. This is their Zeus silicone ring, and it's really cool. Not only does it look good, they got a lot of different colors and a lot of different styles, but it features a couple of features I've not seen on other silicone rings. There's a little inner liner inside there that is stretch resistant, so it's not designed to not stretch, but it's designed to break just in case your finger gets caught in something. So it has the benefits of a silicone ring as far as safety, but not the drawbacks as far as getting loose and stretchy and all that. But what's really cool about it, really cool, I flipped it inside out. You see those little grooves in there? Those are not just for decoration. They are actually for circulation. They're not for decoration, they're for circulation to remove perspiration. So, how you like that? They should use that for a slogan. Anyway, that just keeps your finger from getting all sweaty inside your ring, which I think is a good thing. Well, they're also really famous for the Groove belt, which is built as the world's most comfortable belt. And I'll say right up front, in my opinion, I like a stiffer belt than this for concealed carry, but if you don't conceal carry, this belt is, man, it is super comfortable. Let me just show you. So here's the belt. And first of all, as you can see, it's got just enough stretch to it to be comfortable, but it's strong enough to hold your britches up good. What's really cool about this is the buckle. That's it. So it's got some really heavy-duty molybdenum magnets in here, and a little couple little clips here, and it just that's it. And once you get it set to your size, you don't have to do anything to it but put it on and snap it shut. It's got enough flex in it if you're bending over or sitting down or whatever. It gives you a little bit of give there, which is pretty cool. And if you're worried about the buckle just slides right through normal belt loops. That's the word I'm looking for. And try to do this on camera, and there you go. It's really good to go. Something else I think is pretty cool is that Groove Belt offers a 94-year no BS warranty on their belts and rings and other stuff, so that if you break it, even if you lose it, they'll take care of you. So I think that's pretty cool too. So there'll be a discount code in the video description below where you can save a little cash on these really cool stuff from Groove Life. Now, let's build us a fire. Okay, can you see me now? Kind of bent over a little bit here, but this is the K stove from the folks at Minuteman Provision, and it is really rock solid. It's made of 1/8-inch thick steel, 4-inch rectangular tube for the feed tube, the air supply tube, and the chimney. Has a really stable, wide base, 4 nice strong steel legs, and they're sealed on the bottom with caps, so it's getting crud in there. Got a nice carry handle on back here, a large burner, and very, as I said, very solid. Made in the USA, and the dimensions on this thing are 19 inches high by 13 inches this way and 10 inches wide this way. You buy one of these, it comes with 2 1-pound bags of these Maya stick fat wood from Central America. Really good fat wood. A 3-year warranty, and it's $269. And if you use the coupon code SOP at checkout, I think you'll get some free gifts, like a couple of extra bags of free fat wood and a ferro rod. I mean, free fat wood. So anyway, that's the specs. I've got a little test set up down here. We're gonna see how long it takes a 12-quart cast iron Dutch oven full of water to boil. Weighs about 25 pounds. But first, let's build us a fire in this thing and get it hot, because you know I like me some fire. Okay, here we are with the stove. I've got some kindling over here, and processed this, by the way, with the MSK1 primitive. And I got some fat wood here. I made some little feathers on, just little dinghies on it to get it going. And so here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and light this, get this started. This is a whole stick of fat wood. That's what they recommend, you know, the Lane, the guy that makes these, recommend that to me. Get it going. Full disclosure, I did this video last night. I tried to make this video last night, and it got dark before, and it was horrible. It was horrible, so I'm doing it again. I learned a couple things. First of all, that cast iron pot takes a while to get hot. It itself has to get warmed up before the water's gonna warm. So it took it like 15 minutes or so to get to a boil, which I don't think was unreasonable, but we're gonna let this thing get going real good and hot first. So I'm just gonna light some of these little dinglies here. Oh man, I love me some fat wood. And we'll just put that in here like that. Let it get going a little bit. And then put some of this little kindling in there. You can put some pretty big wood in here because it's got a 4-inch tubes, but like anything with a chimney, and rocket stoves especially, the way these things work is once the chimney gets hot, because the chimney's longer than anything else, so it's got more mass, it's gonna get hot, and it's gonna draw air through the bottom up through here, and that's what creates that rocket draft effect. So you want to get the chimney good and hot, and before you start using it, really, so it'll start drafting good. But you also want to leave enough gap in there where the air can get between there. So you want to get it too packed in. You want to have room for air to go up through there. And we're doing pretty good right now, I think. So I kind of put this stuff into kind of a crisscrossy pattern to give it some air, allow air to get through. And it's coming through now pretty good. Now we just let her burn. Hey, Kuma, come here, buddy, come here. They don't want to see me, they want to see you, buddy. You're the pretty one. Yeah, that's a good boy. Good boy, yeah, you like some of that loving. Good boy, he likes that belly rub, that's right. So you see the fire's coming out the feed tube a little bit now because it's still not really hot enough to start drafting yet. So gotta let this thing get hot. Good boy, Kuma, good boy. I don't know if it's a husky thing or a Kuma thing, but whenever you pet him, he likes to put his feet up there on you. He likes to have it. Oh, now he's gonna give that real super curl up. Yeah, he's a big boy. Okay, all right, that's good. He likes to put it. He likes to shake hands too. You like to shake hands, Kuma? Yeah, I know it. Okay. All right, that's good. Starting to get a little draft out the top now. Still not really hot though. Okay, starting to get that rocket effect coming up, but still not quite hot enough in my opinion. While we're waiting on that, hey buddy, while we're waiting on that, let's I'm gonna show you how much this this pot of water weighs. I don't know if you can see that or not, the glares on that screen, but I'm showing 27, right at 27 pounds of, by golly, heavy. Starting to really get that good rocket thing going now. So I think maybe we can put the water on now and see how well it works. Cause we got some combustion going on in there. And you can see it sucking through. The flames are being pulled down into there, which is good. That's what it's supposed to do. I guess we could put the water on now and kind of start the timer. You wanna do that? Start. Did it start? Okay, there we go, it started now. So you're gonna have to kind of trust me on this because I'm not gonna let the camera just run and you don't wanna watch this. So when it starts to boil, we'll come back and we'll show you what the time was. Otherwise, this is gonna be a long, boring video. Even more so than normally. One thing I want to show you, it may seem counterintuitive because if you're cooking over an open fire, you want to, usually it's best to cook on coals. But when I'm using a rocket stove, I like to kind of sometimes get in there maybe clear out some of the coals a little bit, just to make sure there's an unobstructed airflow. Because again, the concept of this whole thing is air flows in this bottom tube and drafts up through the top tube. Just kind of pull them out a little bit sometimes and make sure there's airflow through there. I don't want to get them all out because they're helping generate heat, but anyway. Okay, it's been about 20 minutes. I think it's boiling now. I think it might have been boiling because it's running over the top. Let's just see. Oh yeah, she's a-boiling. Okay, I just took it off. It's at 22 minutes. So it was about 20 minutes when I noticed it. Okay, so that was a hopefully reasonable test of the capabilities of this rocket stove. I think it was probably an extreme test in my opinion because, again, we got about 15 pounds of cast iron, about 10 pounds of water, ballpark, and it took it about 20 minutes to get it to boil. Somewhere short of 20 minutes because when I noticed it, it was 20 minutes and it had already been boiling. So we'll just say 20 to be safe, right? I really just want to check out the capabilities of the strength of this thing because it's super solid. That was like 27 pounds, no problem at all supporting it. No problem it being stable or anything like that. I like the fact that it is made in the USA and that it's super solid. And I kind of like the whole rocket stove concept because it's just a way to use wood very efficiently to cook. So I want to say conservatively, I think we used about twice as much wood, but maybe even 3 times as much wood. I think it was about, you know, you can look back and decide for yourself, but this is what's left out of that pile that was on the stump. So there's that. Now the next thing to do is just let it cool off, burn itself out and dump the ashes out. I wouldn't pour water down a hot steel stove because you could cause it to warp, welds to crack and all kinds of stuff because it's just, that would be pretty extreme temperature change very quickly. And that's not something you want to do with metal and steel. So, but just let it burn itself out and dump it out. I will say this, be careful. Don't try to grab it now because it's hot, it'll burn you. Ask me how I know. So anyway, this is again, a super solid way to cook with wood that could literally probably last you your entire life. The only thing I can think of that might need is, you know, if it gets scratched or something, the paint might, you know, get burned a little bit, just get some high temp paint and shoot it with some high temp paint, it should be fine. So that's the K-Stove rocket stove from the folks at Minuteman Provisions. And don't forget, if you use the coupon code SOP, they'll send you some free stuff when you buy one of these. So thanks again to the folks at Minuteman Provisions for sending me this so I can show it to you. And as always, thank you for watching Survival on Purpose. Remember, survival's not an accident, so be prepared. I'll see you next time.